I am really excited about today's episode of Monday Maps. I recently discovered a workflow that allows you to very quickly import and map out a bunch of photographs using GPS data from the metadata of those photographs. And it's a really powerful workflow, and it allows you to work with photographs in bulk if you want. So let's break it down step by step. For the first step, we need some photographs. So right here, I have 40 some odd photographs that I took on a recent trip with my motorcycle across the Alps. If you remember, just a few months ago, I did a tutorial about this where I mapped out the route that I was going to take on this trip. I was showing the elevation data. Well, I went on this trip and took a bunch of photos actually with my iPhone 17e, and I had location services on, meaning that I saved all the GPS and location information in the metadata of these photographs. So what I'm going to be doing here is essentially pulling that information out of the metadata, putting it in a spreadsheet, and then importing that spreadsheet into GeoLayers as point data. And then I'm going to be using that point data to import and place those photographs on my map. So how do we do that? Well, first I need to take all these photographs. They're currently in my iCloud here, and I need to put them in a folder on my local drive. So I'm just going to grab all of these and I'm going to download them in their raw format. And I can do that right down here under more download options. It says unmodified originals. So whatever platform you're working with, try to get unmodified, like raw original photographs here, because sometimes when you download or convert to different file formats, you can lose metadata in the process. Okay, so I've got all my photographs right here. Now, how do we pull out the metadata? We're going to use a free tool called XFTool. So if you go to xftool.org, you can download this program for whatever platform you're working on. I'm working on a Windows system, and I'm going to be using the command line application version of this. Now, don't worry if you don't know command line terminology or prompts, or if you don't even know what command line is. I didn't just about a year ago. It doesn't matter because we're going to be using an LLM to walk us through the process. At this point, using programs and applications like this are easy with an LLM to help us along the way. So just go ahead and download this, install it for your system. Oh, hello there. If you really want to master the art of GeoLayers, then be sure to check out my GeoLayers 3 masterclass, which is linked in the video description. And don't forget to use coupon code Boone at checkout to save big. Okay, so I've come over here to ChatGPT, and here's my prompt. I said, I'm using XFTool and I want to put metadata into a CSV. Here are the photographs. So I've copy and pasted the location or the file path of the photographs so that it will know what to include in the prompt. And I also gave it the location of XFTool because it needs that. And then I specified I only need the file location and the latitude and the longitude. Tell me what to do step by step. Okay, now it's giving me the directions right here, and it's pretty much just like 3 or 4 steps. So we just need to hit the Windows key, type in CMD to bring up command prompt. Now for step 2, we can just copy this and paste it right here. And now step 3 is to create this CSV. So we'll copy this, and it tells us that this will search the photos folder, include the photographs inside the subfolders, and it will create the latitude and longitude in decimal degrees, which is what we need to import inside of GeoLayers, and it will include the complete source file path. So I need those 3 specifically, and they need to be formatted correctly. So if you're trying to follow along with this tutorial and it ends up wrong, what you can do is you can just kind of guide it and say, no, I actually need it in this format. Or if you get any errors, just give those errors to your LLM and it will walk you through the process. Seriously, you can easily prompt your way out of any roadblocks that you hit. Okay, so it's going to tell me it's created right here. So I just need to copy this and paste this right here. Okay, said it scanned the directory, 38 image files read, and now it's telling me that it's in my graphics folder and it should be called photo locations. And sure enough, there it is, photolocations.csv. Now I'm going to come over here to Adobe After Effects. I already have a composition set up, and this is the route that I created, and I have this map feature over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just try to import this CSV and see if it worked. Okay, it has a collection of points right here, and indeed it looks like these are the correct locations. And this little path feature, it's a feature connecting all of our other points, so we don't need that. Okay, so it looks like this is correct, but this is just point data. So what are we supposed to do with this? Well, if I click on one of these features and look at the feature properties, you can see indeed that it has 3 different properties here. It has the source file path, which is telling it where on my local drive is this located, and then it has the actual location so that GeoLayers knows where to put this. So what I need to do now is create a label template that tells it to draw out an image. So label templates are up here. So click on this drop down menu and then go to add template. And that's going to create a new label template. I'm going to hit enter over here in the project panel and I'm going to rename it photo. And this comes with a text layer and a label anchor point. So I don't want this text layer. I'm in fact going to delete this. So I need to create a placeholder image in here because when I draw these label templates out, I want it to basically look at that source file path and grab that image and it will swap it out, but we need a placeholder. So for that, I'm gonna go grab one of these images. So I'm gonna go grab one of the photos. Let's just grab this first photo here. I'm gonna drag it in and I'm gonna drop that right in here. And I need to reframe or change the size of this label template so that it's a little bit more friendly to this image. Now you might need to come back and do this step depending on how big your images are. So I'm going to scale this image down by like 25%. And now I'm going to go to composition and go to composition settings. And what I can do here is change the width and the height. Let's do something like 3000 by 3000. Hit enter. Or maybe we could even do something smaller, but I just need something that's big enough to, show us the photograph here. Okay, so we've got the placeholder, but we need to tell GeoLayers that this is a placeholder and we need to specify that specific field, which is that source file. So if we come back here to our map feature and just click on one of them and go to feature properties, you can see that this name right here is source file. So if you click on it, it will copy that to your clipboard. And now what I can do is I need to go change the name of the layer of this image that I dropped in. So this is going to be our placeholder. So to tell GeoLayers and After Effects to swap this out, we need to use curly brackets or curly braces here. And then inside of that, we paste in the name of the attribute or the field key. So that is source file. We also want to make sure that we don't lock it because if it's locked, GeoLayers will ignore it when we draw out this label template. So this should be ready to rock and roll right now. Now, if you want to do anything to this template, what you can do is, like for example, I could maybe add a drop shadow or something, just something to show you that what you can do here with this template so that all these photos will have a little bit of a drop shadow. I'm actually going to do an exclusive tutorial on my Patreon page to show you how to do more in-depth animated label templates for these photos, and I will show you how to format them and create the actual animation. If you want to check that out, I'll leave a link down in the video description. Okay, so this label template, this photo label template should be ready to rock and roll. So how are we going to do this? Make sure that photo is selected under your label templates, and let's just test this out. So I'm going to grab like 2 features here. I'm going to grab this like second to last one, which I know this first one up here is the start. So if I go back to my photos, maybe we can see it here. So at the start of this route was this, like seal on the ground, which is the starting point up near the border of Switzerland. And then at the very end, we have the ending seal. So let's see if these are in the right location. So now I'm going to grab these 2. And with this label template selected, I'm going to click on label features, add labels. Now it added these 2 labels. If I scale them down, we can see I've got this specific seal. Let's full screen this. We've got this seal, and then we've got the other one. And you can't really see it because I'm going to go this way. And now if I zoom way in, you can see that that is definitely georeferenced exactly where I took that. And let's go grab the last one. Actually, I have 2 pictures of this. So let's just label this. So this is one thing that we're going to need to do is we're going to need to figure out the size that we want this so that these all draw out. This will be pretty much the bulk of the work is going to be like getting these in the right position and designing them how we want them to look, how we want them to animate on, how we want them to animate off, and how we want to crop them, which again, I'm going to be focusing on that in my Patreon exclusive tutorial. I'm going to show you how to do some animated callout labels and how to use essential graphics to speed up this process and expedite it and get things looking how you want them to look. Because this is going to be a little bit clunky, especially if you're going to be zooming in. You're going to need to animate the scale of this, and it's it's a lot. So this is working. So what we can do now is let me delete all of these. Now let's try to draw all of them out. So if I grab all the features here, label them all, let's see if this works. So it's 38 photos. This should be a little intensive here. It might take a couple of seconds. And there you go. Check it out. These look like they're all in the correct position. So they're quite big. So I'm going to scale all these down. You can see how render intensive that is. So if I scale all these down, check that out. These all look like they're in the right position. I can indeed see that we've got all of our photographs in the right position. Super duper cool. So what's really exciting about this is no matter what field you work in, I mean, I think this would be useful for almost anybody that's using GeoLayers. So if you're a travel vlogger, obviously this would be super helpful. If you work in law enforcement, like if you're a crime scene investigator, this is super duper duper useful. If you're a journalist, you could probably use this like crazy. Again, I saw that this seems to be the industry standard for a lot of different fields. So yeah, I urge you to go give this a try. You should add XF Tool to your tool belt because this is just this insanely powerful tool that you'll want to use. Just as before I showed you tools like Map Shaper, GPX Studio, these are all open source free tools that you should be using to get these jobs done. This is just so dang cool. So here is what I'm going to be creating in my Patreon exclusive tutorial. I'm going to show you how to do these map animations, show you how to animate this route, and pull all this together into a nice looking animation. So let me know what you thought of this tutorial. This is very, very exciting. I seriously have tried to figure out this workflow of creating a label template that pulls images from your local drive for a while, and I never really got it to work that well. And this time when I tried it, it just worked like a charm in conjunction with this XF Tool like metadata workflow. So really, really exciting. And in fact, I think there's you can even speed this up further. You can create like a quick like script or be able to do this in a batch. Like basically just have a folder that you can use to pull the metadata from. So you can put all your photos in there, run the prompt, it'll pull the metadata, create a CSV, and then move those photos to wherever you want. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. It's very exciting. As always, if you want to master the art of GeoLayers, be sure to check out my GeoLayers 3 masterclass. I have a link down in the video description to that. If you use discount code Boone at checkout, you will save big. Not only on the course, if you want to buy the bundle, you'll save on the bundle as well. So follow the links down in the video description and enjoy.